we're here with Taysgreenlife. Hi, I'm Taylor, and this is Nard. Nard, you want to tell us about you?
I am now VA based. We are from Virginia Beach to be specific, and I'm just happy to be on the podcast with you, Tay.
Me too. I'm excited because it's been a year, and I built up a little bit, and now I'm ready to talk to some up and coming bands because we're gonna support the local community, and that's what we're here for. And you're in Virginia Beach, so what is the Virginia Beach scene like?
It's mostly a lot of hardcore deathcore coming out. It's been like that for the last few years that I can remember. Some of the metalcore scene is still thriving. I feel like it's still going and still going strong, but I can tell you it's very big deathcore, hardcore type mentality down here.
And what do you consider ruckus? Like, what is the genre you think?
Oh God, I think when I really try to boil down to it, because before, you know, I left my previous project, I really got into hardcore music, but also hardcore kind of lifestyle. So I kind of try to bring that into Ruckus, try to just do bare bones DIY, just balls to the wall type shit that I've never been able to do for a long time. So I was like, fuck it, let's try it.
That's good. That's good. No, because that's what the name is, ruckus. Like starting up a ruckus, and that's what
Exactly.
you're doing. And yeah, I feel like hardcore should also be goofy. I feel like there should be like a goofy beat, so a little bit of funk into it, and it's something you
Oh
groove
yeah.
to, but not like to the point where it's like I don't know. I like a good hardcore song with a little bit of rhythm into it, and I think that's what you're bringing. I
I
feel like it's a little
agree.
funky.
I honestly did that on pure accident. I was making when I first started making songs for Ruckus, I just wanted something just really just heavy, but something to the point. And as I started building all the different portions of it, like the drums got really hip hop funky out of nowhere. The bass got really just kind of dry to me for a second. It got to a point where it got past that simple hardcore mindset I wanted, and it kind of just organically extrapolated and turned into something different, honestly.
I'm excited. And when you haven't made any music yet, you're about to drop some music. Is that correct?
That is correct. So we have our first single, Decidual Cast, coming out on July 28th. It's going to be on all platforms and stuff like that. I even had a lot of support with some of my personal friends to make content for me. So we have a video coming out on that same day, and
That's
it's going to
cool.
be just something fun.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I think that's what we really need now is a little bit more fun right now with everything going on politically, and I feel like everybody should come together and work together because we're all we got. Like we got to fight together.
No, I agree. Like I think that was also a big pushing point for me to make Ruckus is that even before the administration came into office and stuff, I just got tired of this sense of entitlement. I got tired of this sense of oppression and exploitation. And I really just said, I kind of need to make something to say fuck you to that. Because, if everyone else is going to be able to be free to say the terrible things that they do, well, I'm going to make sure that people know how I feel at the same breath,
Yeah,
you
like
know?
that was what hardcore is. It's what punk is. It's what stick it to the man. And I think a lot now is more bands are being more political, and a lot of the times people aren't used to that. Especially I went to Warp Tour, and the was it jumpsuit apparatus. They were just blasting and blasting and blasting and blasting and blasting. And I was like, man, I've never seen a band be political. And I think that's something that is now being new and a way to market too, because hardcore and metal is starting to be a little bit more mainstream.
I agree. Like, I feel like when I kind of compare hardcore and metalcore, and I've been part of the metalcore scene for so long that I started to notice that it started to shift to not really being more than just
Yeah.
very showy, very just I want to look the best, I want to sound the best, da da da. Where I'm very simple, I'm very just bare bones. So like I will make sure that my sound sounds awesome, but I don't care if it sounds like the mainstream liquid, radio station quality. I don't care about that. I care more about the message than anything.
Yeah, yeah. And then with the do-it-yourself bands, because it's just you right now, right? You're doing most of the. Yeah, I think that's
I
cool. Yeah.
I have never, and I want folks to know that I have never done this before on my own. This is completely new, completely fresh. Like, of course, I've been aware and I've been part of the situation of like going into the studio, getting that stuff taken care of. And I guess I decided, well, me doing it for so many years, I remember a good amount of it. Let's see if I can do something with it?
Yeah, I used to have a team, but then I realized like I like my stuff in my way, and other people, sometimes they don't, the mindsets align. So like editing and producing and all that stuff on my own has been like an eye opener, because now I just use YouTube for like learning how to do everything. Like
Bro,
I hate
YouTube.
doing that stuff. I just sit there and listen to like audios of how to do things, because I'm like, how do you do? I'm like a boomer with this stuff. Because
So
like new
I
stuff is updating all the time too.
I feel you with that because honestly, the majority of like the stuff I did for like production for Ruckus, I learned from YouTube. I learned from intuition, talent, what I
Yeah.
remembered for years back in YouTube. It was not just all me, I swear.
And then like AI is now a thing. Like I don't mind a little bit AI, like maybe like to help edit, but not to like produce like music or make singers sound like, what I'm saying, because now there's like AI bands that aren't even real people. But like I think AI to like help editing is like
Yeah.
is good, because sometimes I don't understand like certain things, and then like I could find something to help me, like or an audio to help me, and that's the cool thing about the internet. But also the internet is bad because you have cancel culture, and then you have, if you say one wrong thing, now everybody's gonna know about it, and it's internet scary, but also it helps at the same time.
I agree. Like the internet, well, with I think AI has been awesome for memes. I think AI is hilarious for those sense. When it comes to like a lot of AI, when it comes to like creative spaces, I feel like there is a limit, but there is a very small limit to it. Like I think agree with like editing software and stuff like that. I feel like there's ways for you to use that to utilize it, but
Yep.
to then build off of that. I feel like anyone who just uses AI and just depends on AI,
Yeah, that.
that is where it's like you take the genuosity out of it. You take the person out of it. And I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of people, which I agree with, it's like when you go into these creative spaces, these alternative spaces, you want it to be as genuine and organic as possible. But there's also I see why like especially like the younger generation, they're so about it because
Yeah.
that's all they know and that's the new thing. So of course they're gonna be all up on it and depend on it more and more. And it just kind of furthers that stigma of we have to have AI in everything.
Yeah, we don't need it in everything. Like it eases like a little bit, but you should still put in the work. Like I can't just use AI to go talk to people to shows. Like I can't use like I have to go and
Exactly.
actually have conversations. And like AI can like, I don't know, because now you can have conversations with AI. That shit's crazy too. Like I don't.
I'll tell you this: the people that not use Chat GPT, I will say this: people use it for learning and doing the things that they want to. But if you are having full blown conversations with nothing, a void that is just ones and zeros, I think you need to reevaluate stuff
Yep.
just for a little
Yeah,
bit.
I agree. No, apparently she tried to like or it tried to fucking try to find a way out, hack itself out, and like people were taking like asking the bot questions about it, and they were like, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like I didn't try to escape."
What do
He's
you
like,
mean?
"What's
I
the
was
rumor?
here.
I'm still here," and I'm like, "Bro, what the heck?" But like, yeah, I think that's cool, but like at the same time, like I want people to go out and meet people and talk to people in person and go to shows in person, because now you can actually pay a subscription to see live shows on a webcam now. Not even like on a webcam, they'll film it and air it live. So
I'm
like,
noticing that. Yeah.
because like I watched the Turnover concert because I wasn't able to go, and it was like right after my birthday, but I needed like the money, so I had to work, and then like I watched it and listened to it the whole time. But like for a subscription, it wasn't like free.
It's very subscription based, and that is the thing that I am also getting annoyed with is
Yes.
that everything is subscription based. Everything's like a monthly payment just to have access to stuff. And I feel like to a degree, yeah, I don't want people to just give away their products for free, no. But I feel like it's getting to a point where it's
Yep.
ridiculous, and it's kind of almost like shamelessly just being ridiculous and everyone's okay with it. That's the thing I don't like, is
Yeah.
that the checks and balances for these kind of things are non-existent. So it just kind of just is running rampant with no one to just say otherwise, and I it just irks me. It irks me a lot.
I because like I wish so because I use like Adobe for my editing for my photos,
Hmm.
and I have to buy like three different softwares, three, when it could just all be in one. Like
Oh
that's gonna
yeah.
cost, yeah, like $100 a month for three, and I'm like, bro, why can't you just give me one payment? Why does it have to be three different subscriptions?
Not
I'm like,
because they need to
it,
get as much money
yeah,
out those pockets.
yeah. And then like if I want like other people to help, I also have to pay, and like because they're deserving of money, because I'm not just gonna be like, hey, can you edit my stuff, not like pay it forward. And like I'm broke too, like everyone's broke, the economy sucks, like I had to like it's crazy because like also the amount of ticket prices right now is crazy, because I tried to
Oh
buy sleep
yes.
token tickets and I could not.
I saw a price. I think it was general admission. It wasn't even crazy, and it was already through like past $100. And I was like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
so good.
If you were the first people in line, apparently it was $60. There, when I tried to I got on at like 10:22, the pre-sale day, and there was like 5,000 people ahead of me. I was
Oh my
like,
God.
this is insane. And then when I finally got through, every time I would click on a seat, it would go like that. And so like I tried. I got pre-sales. I fucking waited. And then the next day, they were already gone at like
Oh
10
my
a.m.
God. Sleep
Yeah.
Token, that fan
I
base
was
is
like,
crazy. Oh my goodness. They will take
I
everything.
yes, I'm literally like I was looking online for their little the graphic novel that they have, and it's nowhere. Literally, you could look on eBay and it's almost like $1,000, and I was like, yeah, no,
It got
yeah.
clean. They're scalping Sleep Token books now.
It it makes me really sad because like they're really cool, but like you have all these fucking weirdos. They're gonna come for me next, I'm telling you. Because I'm a Sleep Token fan, and like even I'm like, now that shit's in Spencer's, like like if you go into Spencer's,
Yeah,
they have their own section, and I'm like, bro, what is this?
that's insane.
I actually saw
See, I
I
will
think,
agree though because
yeah.
I was a fan. Yeah, I was a fan of Sleep Token for at least the first few years. They came out with after Sundowning,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe This Will Be Your Grave and stuff like that. But once they got done with that album, the amount of fandom,
Yeah.
not just like interest, but fanatic fandom came out to the point where it was suffocating for me.
Yeah,
To the point where
and
it's like
he
you couldn't have
writes
an
about
opposing
that. He
opinion.
writes about it. All through his songs, he's like, bro, you're suffocating me. Like, you're killing me. And like, people are just like, oh, he's so hot.
Exactly.
And I'm like, bro, that's not what he's trying to tell you. I'm like, listen to his
They're
words,
on
that's
book talk
vibing, bro.
energy right now.
Oh God. And they're like, there's this, I don't know. Someone told me this weird story about one of these girls in the group who has changed her name multiple times, but she has written smut about Sleep Token, and it was gay smut too. So it wasn't. I was like, I get it, but no, that's not appropriate. I was like, that's not appropriate. And
Like
then them
these
being
aren't.
like, yeah,
I was just saying that is these aren't characters. These
nope,
aren't like this isn't like Rue 34 type things. Like no, these are people. These are actual people that are in real life that are just performing music, and you guys are putting them in some really suspect areas. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but maybe they don't think it's cool though.
they don't like. I think I saw like a post where it was like Noah Sebastian from Bad Omens, and it was the scene. It was from some cowboy movie with he's about to be hung, and this dude looks at him. He goes, "First time, huh?" And it's fucking Noah from Bad Omens, and and you see Bessel's face right there, and it makes me laugh because they also went through the same stuff, and they're from Richmond, and like they just want to play music. They want to make money and play music, and like they don't want people to be weird.
Exactly. I believe even with Noah Sebastian, there was like a point where like people were just like showing up at his spot, showing up
Yep.
at his house, just like randomly want to be like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And be like, that is a step way too far.
Yeah, yeah. If you're like at a show and he's doing that kind of stuff, I feel like that's acceptable. But like that dude doesn't want to do that no more. He's just like, but at the same time, like he's gotta. What do you expect is gonna happen when you become famous?
Exactly. I think there's a lot of people that kind of have like this point where you get to a success rate where so many people want to be around you and just want to be in your space
Yeah,
that I feel like no one really considers until they open up those doors to that amount of fandom and amount of attention, because it is like I could tell you even just being, a lowly local guy, that's a astronomical difference to what I've experienced.
yeah.
But it's like one of those you got to learn to figure to find out, I guess.
And I think that's why, because since metalcore is starting to become mainstream and more people are listening to it, that like things have kind of changed. Like you have like before it was just like Poppy and like I mean not Poppy itself, not Poppy herself because I love her, but like pop music and hip hop and all that was always like on the top, and country too, and then now metalcore and metal and all of it's just coming up, and I feel like they also should create a platform for us as well, because they fucked up on the Grammys when they mixed up Courtney and Poppy.
Yeah, I saw that many a times. I just am
And she
very
killed it. I
proud.
love her. I love
Yeah,
her.
I love that Courtney was just like, "Yep, I'm Poppy. Let's go." Yeah. Like, I think there is a truth in that. Like with I think sometimes there's a cycle in history where certain things become the forefront, become the popular thing at the time. Like when you look back in like the 70s and 80s, hair metal, rock and roll, kind of like Black Sabbath kind of era started to become the forefront. So
Hmm.
I think for right now, it's like it's kind of rather than it being that type of style, it's now metalcore. Like it is now becoming something that is now not just sought after, but it's also promoted and publicized a lot more than when we were growing up, kind of, you
Yeah, we
know?
don't have to hide anymore. Everybody wants to be emo now, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
I I went to I was at Warped Tour as like a 30-year-old adult, and I was like, I hate this. I was like, I was because it was
It's like
pouring, it was hot and sweaty, and I see these girls wearing crazy fucking outfits and decked out in makeup, and me being like, I just want to chill and just watch the music from the sidelines.
I'll see that and I'll just kind of think like I'm like a 60-year-old man be like, you think it's all cool now, but it's gonna get real bad later.
It was Warped Tour. I wasn't even gonna go. Like I never planned. It just kind of came out of nowhere. And at that point, I was like, if I don't take this opportunity and go when it's given to me, when am I going to get another opportunity to go to a festival? And I loved it. Day one, I mean, it was really hot day one,
Oh
but
yeah.
it was manageable. But then day two, it just poured for hours. I had no raincoat, I had no umbrella, I had nothing, and I'm just chilling out there, and it's muddy, and I loved it though, because like the shit was fire. Like the bands were fire that day. Like I saw
Honestly.
Sazen. Yeah, I saw Sazen. I saw fuck, I can't talk. Silverstein. I saw all these like top emo bands. I saw Mayday Parade. Like I was killing it out there. And then they had like
Yo,
hardcore bands
speaking of
too.
Silverstein,
Yes.
oh dude. Well, yeah. See, speaking of Silverstein, I actually just heard their newest track with Dayseeker,
Yes.
and that is the hardest thing I've ever heard them come out with in a little bit. Like I
I
felt so happy for
yeah.
that.
I started listening to Bill Murray, and I haven't
Mm,
never really, because he's got a little country to it. I don't really like country that much, but like
yeah.
it's been growing on me with a little bit of tang. And then there was just a song, and it had a Randy Savage, I think that the wrestler in it.
Oh.
And then you have fucking Dayseeker in it, and then you have the vocalist from Dance Gavin Dance in it. And I was like, bro, this is the craziest shit I've ever heard in my entire life. Like it was funky, it was hardcore, and I was like, bro. And they're coming, they're gonna be here. They're here today in like Maryland, and I'm like, kind of want to go, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm gonna chill,
Exactly. Take
chill.
the time to chill so you don't go in the red. Like, because I'll tell you this, it's only a little bit of a drive, but I feel you. I
Yeah.
feel you. Nah, I agree. It's like Bill Murray. I've always loved Bill Murray in his earlier time frame. Because that was back when he was just being a little emo guy before he started cranking the
Yes. Was it?
hog.
Yeah. What was the band he was in before? I swear.
Oh, he was with Attack Attack first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I love it. Like it. His new music's goofy too. Like I I was amazed by it. I was like, why did I not listen to this stuff?
Him and Johnny Frank and Caleb Shomo have been a big portion
Yeah.
of what you can do after something even as good as Attack Attack when they first disbanded.
Yeah.
Because like I can tell you this, no matter whatever Beartooth puts out, I always feel like it grows on me every single time. Like I don't know why. Like I'll first listen to
Yeah.
something and I'll be like, oh maybe not, but then it just for some reason it's
It grows.
infectious and it grows on you. And you're like, okay, I love it. Never mind.
Because I saw them. I saw Beartooth live, and I was just like, eh. Like I like what he's doing, but for some reason I just can't. It doesn't like. But I lately like it. The song will come on my like my station, and I'll just listen to it, and I'm like, okay, it's kind of cool. But like for some
Yeah.
reason, it just I don't know what it is. Like you can like Beartooth. I don't care. They're pretty cool. Bill Murray's pretty cool. But the asking Alexandria issue is not pretty cool. I get he
Eh,
wants to do country and he wants to relax a bit, but like, bro, get a new vocalist then. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you
I will be
could go with the
100%
waves,
real.
but you
I
should
feel like
still be hardcore.
I agree. Like I think Danny doing his own thing, his country music stuff, and leaving Alexandria, I think that was cool. I think that was his own thing. Did I like country? No, but when you listen to it, it makes sense. He has a voice for it that would work very well. But you can also tell that he also grew up in the time where no one knew how to properly scream without wrecking their voice.
Yeah.
They were in those tours almost day in, day out for
Yep.
years. And they were also just drinking and doing whatever the hell they wanted each and every day after each set. So it's like, dude, you should just kind of come to terms that it's okay if you don't have it in you anymore. I think it makes more respect to be given if you just say, this isn't my thing. I got to switch up. Okay. But I think when they did the Warp Tour set, and I saw a little bit of that, and
I decided to see Avril Lavigne instead because I was like, they're gonna suck.
I will tell you, you made the better choice. I'll tell you
Yeah, dancing in the rain to fucking girlfriend. Hell yeah.
that. Because
It was
I
bad. Yeah.
yeah, I watched it, and like given like I'm not gonna say I know everything when it comes to like a set being done, especially professionally as Asking Alexandria, but I can tell you that that hoodie was a choice for a purpose, and
It
it
was
wasn't
raining too.
because exactly. It was for a reason, it was for a purpose, and I can tell you some of the things that he would have done on the track if he did it in real life would not have been as calm and cool as he did it on stage.
Yeah,
That's
he
all I'm
can't
gonna say.
scream anymore. He can't scream anymore.
And that's so cool. I mean, hell,
Yeah,
I think was it Sayasin, their vocalist, they
can't
he
scream
was
anymore
very
either.
open
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I can't scream and I can't do these high notes like I used to anymore, but I want to still play and do this with the way that I can do it now."
I had
And people
tears
love
rolling
that.
down my fucking eyes when I saw that shit. I was like, oh, I was like, my
Yeah.
love. And it was good. And you could tell he was a little stressed because, I mean, people weren't as like moving and hype for it. And because there was a lot of people younger that were there. And in my head, I was like, you guys weren't even alive. I'm like, you guys weren't even alive for these bands. Like, you don't know.
It's crazy because that's the interesting part about it.
Yep.
It's like being in this age bracket now and then seeing these kids kind of come up and be like, "Oh, have you ever heard of this band? What is it? Oh, it's We Came as Romans." It'd be like,
I'm like, bro, he's not the old vocalist is
you're
not
like,
alive anymore
"What?"
either. Like, what do you got? Like, they're not the same live. I mean, they try, and
They
that's
are
fine, but
not.
it's same thing with the Skylar Drive. Like, a lot of
And I
those
think
guys
that's,
actually died pretty young on. To be honest, it's kind of
oh yeah.
sad.
I remember the day when I found out that Kyle Pavone passed away, and that actually kind of broke me a little bit because I was a fan of their music. It was a very big inspiration point for me. Like I kind of took a lot of like my bass work from Andy Glass and stuff for those moments when I was like, in older projects and stuff like that. So I remember being like in my early 20s or something like that and being like, "Oh, okay, let's find out what's going on Facebook," and find out he was gone. And that was 3 months after we opened up for him when I was in a band previously. So it was
Yeah,
like,
he helped me through a lot too, and it makes me sad. I can't even listen to their music anymore because I'm like, bro, I miss you too much. And
oh
that's
yeah,
the thing. Yeah, it sucks when like your influences also like die or they're pieces of shits. That's bad too because brand new right now is touring, and I'm like, don't let that man be anywhere near high school.
oh
Make sure that
yeah.
venue is. I'm like, bro, because he fucking groomed like a bunch of girls on the internet,
What is up with
and
the what? I want to know what is up with these white dudes just wanting to be pedos and groomers. Like, why is this the thing you want to do with your life? I don't
I,
understand it.
it's kind of disgusting to me, to be honest, because when I was 14 and I was getting into the scene, I was always hanging out with younger boys, older boys too. So like, I don't know why that was a fucking thing. Why do these older guys like these younger girls? They maybe because women their age don't like them. Like,
I
women like
agree.
my age don't like whiny little boys either. So like, I get it. But once you're 18, no more.
No,
Like,
I
you gotta go
agree.
up.
Like I always, because I knew like when I was a kid, like I saw why a lot of the girls my age went towards older dudes, like that, especially in the alternative scene. They had the money to get the tattoos, to get the stuff, to get all the cool
Yeah.
things, So they were like, "Oh my God, I'm able to be with this dude that's all tatted up and ironed hair and everything like that. Like
Oh,
I
he
love
gets my
that.
soul. He gets my soul. When I was like 13, I was talking to an online boy on AIM or whatever, and definitely his profile picture was taken from another fucking scene person. Like, yeah, shit's wild. Yeah, that
That
the
old school
internet was a wild
catfish right
place.
there.
Yeah. But
Oh
like,
God.
I'm fucking old, dude. I fucking AIM. I had to wait until the fucking PC fucking well, and if my mom was on the phone, we couldn't be on the computer at all. Um, so, but yeah, YouTube was up and coming around that time with wild ass shit, wild music videos, wild lyrics, wild, but like fucking Attack course did some wild shit. Asking Alexander also did some wild shit in their videos, and I set my friends on fire. So
Oh
like
yeah. That was
that
also
is the
back.
true emo. Yeah.
What is it? That was also back when like Motionless in White was just like
They were
this
little babies.
obscure, yeah, obscure baby just painted out
Yep.
gothy, and it was awesome. Chris Motionless is getting crucified in a
Yeah.
video and
Hell
stuff like
yeah.
that.
I
Like
mean, he's got a doppelganger out there that wrestles, so like
honestly, they got to meet, which was a beautiful thing. I love that
uh
for them.
and I like the amount of effort these bands put in to like make content and be friends with their fans. I think that's really cool too. Like they're teaming up to do a bunch of marketing together because they just look alike, and I think that's the coolest thing. And like working with other people can be cool too, like you said on your music. You do it, but you get a little help. Like, do you like, what do you do with
Yeah,
that? Yeah.
I actually, so pretty much all that I've kind of taken care of is just I've taken care of a lot of the instruments, I've taken a lot of vocals, a lot of the writing has been just done by myself. But in terms of like I've always been trying to do my best to reach out to people for like promotions to try to get that kind of give and take. So like for our visual, we have a visualizer video coming out with the release date of the track. So actually, one of my friends, Kenneth, he used to be a very long time runner of like the community before he had to
Mhm.
move out of state, and he's getting his audio visual editing kind of business set up. And
Yeah.
like, hey man, I need some help, and I can't do it by myself. But I don't want to just have you do this for free. How much do you want to charge for it? And it was a super easy situation. He took it. He made sure to keep me in mind in terms of money, but I made sure to not, undersell him. And I think that's a big deal when it comes to working with people that are doing their own business, their own entity, that there needs to be an agreement and a respect that you're not gonna screw me over and I'm not gonna fuck you over, you know? And I feel like that is a very big foundation that keeps a good connection and
Yeah.
keep a good network that I think a lot of people don't understand. It's kind of like, oh, well, we'll just do this, okay, whatever, and not worry about anything else. Just, oh, we got it for free. I'm not going to worry about you at all anymore. I got what I needed out of you, which I don't like. I try to keep my
Yeah.
connections, I try to keep my connections strong. I want to try to, even with me being super busy and stuff like that, I still try to make sure that any foundation or any connection I make, it's a genuine one, and I make sure that they're looked out and looked after as well.
I try my hardest to make like really good connections, and like sometimes like I feel like sometimes I'm being used, but at the same time like I'm using someone too. It's a like a take or give, like you kind of like I have to talk to you because you might have the views, you might have the good promotion, like you might have people that actually want to follow me. So that's one thing. Like we help each other out in that way. But like if you just like get on my podcast and use me for like one episode and then you never promote it and you never talk about it and you never tag me and you never do any of that, like that's messed up. Like include me in it because I put in work, like I edited my own stuff. I don't have a
I
degree in
agree.
any of that. Like that shit takes me hours. And I'm like, I hate
Oh
listening
yeah,
to
I
my
feel
own
you.
voice. Yeah. And I'm like, bro, you can't even promote me just a tiny bit. Like you can't talk to me and be my friend afterwards either. Um, and it's sad because
Yeah.
I outed people who were kind of shitty, and I got told like, well, I didn't get told. You could just tell. You could just tell. People are like, she just likes to cancel people and start drama, and I'm like, but you guys were mean. Like, I'm
Oh
sorry. Like, I'm
God.
just telling people what you
Yeah.
did. Even if it's like my own perspective over it, you shouldn't do that to people. Regardless of what's happening. Like, you shouldn't like tell people like, oh, she's a fucking groupie because she talks to all these band dudes. And I'm like, I only talked to one band dude. I just happen to know a bunch of band dudes because like I like music. I like music. I like going to shows. I like meeting people, and like we have a good scene for it. And so if I meet a bunch of people who are the opposite of sex to me, people assume, and I'm like, no, that's
Yeah.
not how it
No.
is.
Yeah. I think that's just old ways of thinking. Like, no, dude, this isn't like every girl that's around a bunch of band dudes that they're getting passed around. No, that's your own projection of how you think these women or these female presenting people are, which is a problem that they need to sort themselves out from
Yes.
because that's not our problem.
And it's
Yeah.
like being a woman too. I mean, they'll say, "Oh, I hate when people say female fronted shit, other females," and I'm like, "But you are." Like, take that empowerment. Like, you're a woman, you're a vocalist, you're in a band, you're female fronted. Take it. Stop on it.
Oh
Tell
yeah.
boys F you. Like, use it because we have been excluded from so much. And like now women are fucking Poppy and Courtney. Literally.
Poppy and
Like,
Courtney, they built a good foundation for a lot of female fronted vocalists to come out of the woodwork, or at least to have more eyes on them and not be just thrown off of like, oh, it can't be that hard. That's a girl that's fronting it. It can't be that hard. No. Now people are saying, let me check this out because for some reason, oh, they have an epiphany because Courtney and Poppy came out that yo maybe not all women are terrible. Let's check them out first. Which, thank you, thank God.
that's how I feel. I'm like, God. And then also you as well. We got, like I see a lot of I don't know the wording, like people of color doing more, they're out front and center, and I think that's awesome too. Like Seven Dust is one of my favorite bands, literally. Like that shit is hard. Like, and one, it makes me sad saying this, but like Dropout Kings, because Adam,
Yeah.
I love Adam, but the rap and the metal is cool as shit. And like I think because I think it's cool, that this is not just being a white dude band anymore. And
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And Dropout Kings, and it's it's a rough thing to talk about because it just happened.
yeah,
What happened with Adam, like R.I.P. Like I got a lot of love for that dude because in my previous project, he
yeah,
was doing our marketing for us, and I was able to see parts of that industry and
yeah,
parts of that band that I never like a regular person wouldn't have. Like they came to Virginia Beach to play a show in Scandals, and we I think we played that show to
hmm,
open up for them, and they just said they Eddie and Adam just were like, "Yo, let's hang out. Like
yeah. They're all
we got
about it.
honestly, they were like, let's go to the green room. You can come in. We can hang out for a little bit." And we stayed at that venue till about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
because we just hung out with them the rest
I'm
of the
pretty
night.
sure Aro was also there too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that band sucks. Uh, uh,
Uh,
anyway,
I'll say this objectively, in my opinion, they have
yes,
they can have a market. They have an audience.
yep,
I am not necessarily part of that audience, but I don't.
they do.
I hope
Yeah,
praise for them.
they
Like I
were
hope praise
cool
and not
until
problems.
yeah. But I love the diversity in Richmond too. It's a lot of it. Like I just literally went to a hardcore show at the warehouse, which is there's no address. You have to people pass around the address, so like it's never on the poster, and it's in a warehouse with no AC. You bring your own beer. Like tickets are normally donations, So that's
Oh,
how you get in. And they have a lot. They did just an ice donation, like not to ice, but like to families
against
that
us.
were got taken from ice. So
Okay.
like that's cool, And then sometimes the punk community, they're very they're together. Like one of the dudes was telling me that his mom would bring groceries to the place to punk shows for tickets, literally. Be like, here's groceries. They would get let her in, and I'm like, I love that. I want that. I want a community like that, and all the problems and the hate and the drama just fuck it up. And I just want like shitty people to stay away, but also if you're out here, don't judge and don't be mean, and like just be happy for each other. Don't be so freaking clicky and trying to win one up and use people all the time.
I agree. I think that a lot of people, for some reason, have to enact or enforce their own opinions on the things when they are purely objective things that don't hurt or harm them in any way, but it just causes problems. And I don't see what the payoff is for that. I don't see what the payoff is for treating somebody differently just because you just don't like how they do X, Y, and Z, or because they are different than you. That makes me want to kind of fight you
Yeah,
because,
that's what
like,
the band your band is, right? To fight people.
honestly, it's fight music, so it's just like, and I think that's where it comes from. Like, Ruckus was a very big, it was a very, very big fuck you, watch this, and I want you to say something back to me kind of vibe. Because I've experienced that for so long that I got tired of it to the point where I was just like, rather than just deal with these emotions and have them be by myself, I'm gonna express them. I'm gonna express them like how people in hardcore
Yeah.
communities and the punk communities and all the portions of metal and alternative lifestyle was based off of. Like, I'm going back to home. I'm going back to home roots for myself. I feel, at least.
Yeah, and it's all you. It's all you. You have no one really telling you or dictating you how it should be. And I think you get to do whatever the fuck you want, and that's cool as shit. And hopefully, I feel like you people will like it. I feel like people will talk about it. People like this man's cool, and then also your TikToks, literally, your your videos
Honestly,
and all of that kind of help too. And I'm excited to see this. I'm excited for everybody to see it. Um, I have
I
this
thank
whole
you so
playlist
much.
set up, and I have yet to play it at all. And I, I'm also scared I'm gonna have them be like, "This is copywritten," and like take my shit.
Oh
So,
yeah.
so I gotta like yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could play it. I got some good songs on here. I do have some Dropout Kings on here, Kuba Khan, like you said. And then it goes from Wu Tang to
Ooh,
fucking Chainsmokers, literally. I think it's cool, and I
yes.
it's posted on my YouTube channel, so anybody can listen to it. But I created a list of
Take a
songs.
listen.
I feel like you represent, and I think everybody is gonna see this because you're not just hardcore. You're also this funky dude, and you're uplifting, and you're positive, and that's good too. Hardcore isn't just down in the dumps, hatred, and sometimes it's just like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. Like,
No, yeah, I agree. Like, I think when I've been writing a lot of the stuff, especially lyrically, it's that I don't want it to be just I'm trying to enact violence on people that don't deserve it, or I'm just being sad and depressed. Like, no, I want you to know that I am pushing through the same struggles that I think other people have pushed through to show that you're able to do it. You just have to have that fight in you and to be able to let that anger and whatever that keeps you from growing, to rather just let it fester. I want you to spit in its face and move past it. I want to have the courage instilled in people to say, this is fucked up, this is wrong, I don't want to keep doing this anymore, and I'm going to go against what everyone thought of me, you know? And I think that goes a lot towards my past experience with my last project, and it just kind of was a very big portion for me to say I want to make something and I want to make it for myself, you know. So I hope
Yeah,
that's the thing.
yeah, I did interview you guys back then, and it does make me sad. It does. But at the end of the day, things were not working, and you decided you needed better things, and I think that's important too, like the positive side of it. Like now you get to do whatever you want. You don't you put your own money into it. It's your own dream. No one else is pulling the strings. You are doing it, and I think that's
I,
cool.
I agree. It's honestly, I have been super stressed out. I have been burnt out, but I can tell you that everything that I have made so far, especially Decidual Cast, has been something that I'm very proud of. You know, I think I needed a place for me to have edges be shown and not it be so clean and so pristine and so, oh, greater than life. Oh, we need to have it do this. I want it to have this many streams. Da 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 da. Like, I don't give a fuck about that. I care about, is it hard and does it have a message? And if it's good in those two factions, do it.
Yeah. And it
So
sucks too because things that are like getting the big numbers and stuff they're all sounding the same, and I'm like I like different, I like new, I like it where someone's doing something that no one's done before, and metal is becoming mainstream too. So like everything is starting to kind of sound the same a little bit, and I'm like I'm always interested in new stuff because new hardcore is cool. Hasn't been
oh
done before.
yeah. New
Like
hardcore, I love new hardcore. Like especially like the new, what is it? I've been really into Terminal Sleep now. And
they're good, they're good.
they're just mean. It's almost just like the sister of Kubla Khan to me sometimes. Like it's the angry sister, and Kubla Khan's just the big brother that's just ready to for anything, and it's just like hell yeah, I love that.
I love Kubakan. I've seen them live a couple times, and every time I see them is good. But they also get a little bad rep too, and it makes me like a little because they're a little conservative, and you can't be conservative in punk and hardcore. But I feel like if you're like the far fucking conservative side, like where you don't believe no one has a right or women shouldn't be leaders and stuff like that, then you're an asshole. But like if you're conservative to the point where you're like, I want to have my own guns and my own land and like but you also want women to have their own rights and have, people
I
be who they
agree.
want to be. Like the middle right there, I think it's okay. But if you're that far fucking right where you're like, people don't deserve rights, then no.
No,
And
I don't
Kubicon is
agree.
not like that. They literally made a fucking song about women working their asses off.
Yes.
Literally.
That is my favorite. Swan Song is one of my favorite songs that they put out. Like, well, Darwinism and Mud so far for the newer stuff. But Swan Song was the shit for me for at least 6 months straight. And I wanted to just be engulfed by that song because I love that notion because yeah, like hardcore, like I remember back like when I was younger, especially like I remember like Amber by Stick to Your Guns and stuff like that. Like those were really impactful in the scene at the time. And I feel like Swan Song gave the same kind of instillment, but it kind of was like, damn, it took this long for somebody to make a song like this. Like, damn, bro, like I want more of this to actually
Yes.
shake more people up a little bit more, you know?
And it's a little funky. You can shake your ass to it as well. It's you can mosh and shake your ass to it, and I like that. Like fucking, if you ain't shaking your ass to it, then you're not doing
Oh,
it
you
right.
gotta have the baddie. Exactly. I will say this. This is the one thing that I did want to do, which was to make sure that baddie core was present, at least in some portions of Ruckus.
I
Like,
love
I
it.
want
I love
viewers
it.
to know the badass bitches can be welcome to the pit if they want to drop it down. But
Yes.
you just you gotta duck for hands and feet. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, honestly, the really cool thing about the scene that I'm okay with is if I get knocked over in the pit, someone's picking me up immediately. They're not letting
I
me
love that.
die.
No.
I actually broke my wrist in a pit, and it wasn't even a pit. I was a little bit outside of it, and I guess because it was more open, there wasn't a lot of people there that night. Which is
Yeah.
funny because it's Buenos Aires. But I think it was on a Wednesday, so I think that's
Oh
why.
yeah.
And I'm chilling, and somebody just gets kicked, and I'm like, I could definitely block a fucking grown man. Like I could block that man. No, I broke my wrist.
Oh no.
And my friends were like, I think your wrist is broken. I was like, no, it's not. It's not, because I was a little intoxicated. So I was like,
Mhm.
it's not broken. And then I went to the emergency room and they were like,
It's
what
broken.
happened? Because I'm all decked out in a bunch of metal gear, and they're male doctors, and they're like, what did you do? I was like, I was in a mosh pit, and they were like, oh my god, that's so cool. And I'm like, yeah, I broke my wrist in a mosh pit.
Oh my god. I
But
remember
everyone picked me up.
I and that's the part that matters the most is that
Yes.
I feel like if no one is picking people up when they fall in a pit, there's a problem. And I actually kind of like pay attention to those people that just refuse to pick them up. Like I pay attention to them throughout the whole show because I feel like they're gonna be a problem because
Yeah.
you're not about what you're supposed to do if you're in the space. So I don't like that. But
I only
it's
enjoy these things when, like, okay, so yes, hardcore show, kicking, punching, all of that, yes, fine,
right.
but it should just be in that designated area, that one little area, and they're like, oh, this is where the pit is. People who don't want to be smacked around, get the fuck out, like, move. If you don't want crowd surfers on your head,
Exactly.
move. But if you're okay with that, then stay where you are. And like, people be like, I want this venue to pay for my fucking injury. I never asked the Canal Club to pay for shit. I was like, I mean, I'm at a hardcore show. What did I expect? I mean, I didn't expect a broken wrist, but like it's not the venue's fault. It's not the band's fault. Um, it's kind of your own fault at that point. Like, but at the same time, we should be around people who don't want to cause harm to people either.
No, I
Like,
agree.
crowd killing is one thing, but if you're purposely literally beating the shit out of somebody, then no, get the fuck out.
Yeah, I've seen a few like crowd killing is to a point where it gets to a point where a certain person who maybe has a little too much of like an angry streak or maybe their dad didn't hug them enough and they decide that everybody's face is going to be their problem and think that this means that you're at a hardcore show, I can beat up everyone.
No,
No,
no.
that is why you get beat up because you think everyone is a target. And
Yes.
I just love when they finally get their comeuppance because you always get a crowd killer that gets their ass kicked and then has to get ejected, and it's a
Yeah.
beautiful moment every time.
I'm like, you don't gotta be a dick, bro. You didn't have to be a dick. You could have
You
just
didn't.
chilled. Like,
And it's kind of like I guess maybe that primal or that tribal like unga bunga, but I say that's not an excuse and to control yourself, my guy.
literally, literally, like, stop that shit. Cause like, I'm 5'2". I don't like. I've had my camera actually smacked out of my hand and crushed because of it, and I'm like, I get it, man. But you don't. If you like, if you're coming and you see me with the camera, don't purposely go knock it out of my hands. Like, bro, I'm just trying to. Yeah, I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to take these pictures. I'm not causing harm. You want to be in the pit, you want to throw down, cool. Just don't smack my camera. Uh or smack me to the point where my glasses fall off, or like, cuz that's almost happened too, and like, I love it. I love it. Cuz it's crazy, and then but it's also
It's
unsafe,
just
and then it's excitement, and then like,
it's the chaos of it all, and I think I also love that portion of it. Like especially me being like, I'm a little bit older, but I know I can't be in a pit like that. I still
mm,
love to see it. I still
yeah.
love to see people just kind of doing dumb stuff in the pit, having fun, but also just doing some wild like dances or throwdowns that you just are like, wow, I didn't know people still picked up change. I didn't know people still did windmills like talking about. And it's just like it's fun when even like the younger generation does it because then you're
Yeah,
like,
they
oh my
don't.
god, they're doing it with ferocity.
One thing I hate is the rowing the boat in the pit. I'm like, bro, get the fuck up. Why are you rowing the boat? Please get up. We're not Vikings.
The rowing boat is pretty funny. I think the worst one is when the people like to sit right in the middle of the wall of death and they I don't know why. I don't think anyone who is sane wants to be in that position,
If the whole
especially
stage clears up like that, why are
yeah.
you walking around in the middle? This isn't for you to dance. You're about to die.
I think there was like one I saw a video. There was this lady that was in the middle of the pit and she wanted to feel like the baddest bitch in there.
She's just
And she was
dancing.
feeling herself and the breakdown hit and the swarm closed up and you didn't
She was
see her
gone.
ever again. She was just swallowed up. And I was like, that's terrifying to me.
That's crazy. But at the same time, why did you do that? Like,
She was never found again.
there's like videos of where some dude was sat by the speaker with his beard. He was about to drink it, and someone whop 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 whop, and his beer just spills everywhere, and gets smacked in his face, and he's like, and like, bro, why did you choose that one spot?
Yeah, like as soon as I have a beer or a cup of something in my hand or just something of value, I'm taking my necessary steps back because I don't want to get hit. Now, if I'm being a shield, because I'm always the shield, especially if like me and my fiance go to shows and stuff like that, and we want to get a little closer, I hold up that, all right, I'm gonna have my arm or my back out so you can hit me before my fiance. But I don't have cups. I don't have beer. I don't have my $900 phone or $1,000 phone in my hand while that's happening. It's all
Yeah.
closed off and away. That's how you avoid all of
Oh,
that.
big shows, like when you're closer to the stage, it's so traumatic. That whole area is traumatic, and like you can't have nothing because like when I was at Warped Tour, I was close to people like this to try to get close
Yep.
to the front because
Yep.
that amount of fucking people is insane. Like I was watching the Incarnation like drone videos of all the crowd, and I was like, that's a lot of people. And I kind
It
of want to
gets
go next year, like, but it's also muddy there, really, 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 really muddy.
is it just it's just dirt grounds, isn't it?
Yeah, and it rains,
Mm,
and because it's at an old prison, which is cool for metal.
that's good.
Yeah, but we're getting closer to the end. Let's talk about it. Was there anything you want to go over? Anybody you want to know about
Um,
you?
honestly, just that we are Ruckus is just basically a hardcore vibe with some metalcore roots. It's all about just being yourself, understanding that everyone's got bad days, but you gotta fight through it. Try to use that anger for success rather than letting it be your downfall. And honestly, it's just a middle finger to people that think because of their skin, because of their wallet, because of their lineage that they're better than anyone. And I say no, honestly.
And I love that. Like, fuck it to the man.
Hell yeah.
Uh, and your new song comes out what, the 28th?
Yes, the Sigil cast July 28th. It's a Monday, so it's just kind of like a fun little thing that I decided for the beginning of the week just to have something to kind of get people through maybe the Monday blues and also just so, I can get it off there on the right track for the rest of the week. But it's going to be streaming everywhere where you can stream stuff. It'll be on YouTube. You can follow us, Ruckus VA at Ruckus VA for Instagram and Facebook. We don't have X, and we probably will never because that sounds terrible.
It's
And
horrible.
that's about it.
Well, we're excited to hear it. Guys, make sure you follow, like, subscribe, all of it. Taysgreenlife. I'm also gonna be start course I don't have it. I have these stickers, and it has the radio show I'm actually going to be on in the 4th, which is coming up. Cool. It's you can
Oh,
stream
hell
it.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a streaming service, and there's already a playlist on there, and there's music, and you'll hear my interview like every Friday. So that's cool. Yeah, that's why
Okay.
I'm excited about working together because this guy does a ton of groups. Like he has a bunch of podcasters on there. He's a bunch of bands. Like he's trying to like buy a venue. He's trying to buy a house to where touring bands can come through and sleep. And like he's about to have a billboard, which is cool. Yeah, so that's super exciting.
Oh,
Make sure you guys check that out too. But also YouTube, Spotify, all of it, and Ruckus also on YouTube. Like that's
yes.
exciting.
So
All right.
exciting. I'm nervous, but I love it. Yay.
Yay. All right.